Welcome to the third-party Transformer news for Retro Robot Radio for the date of November 1st, 2014. Alright, in the news this week, it looks like BMOG Toys has their online store opened up finally. So if you missed out on particularly the BotCon exclusive version of their Bear and Manta Ray set, this is the place to pick it up. Also, I think they have the regular retail version and one of the other color ways. So, if like me, you can't live without the Dread Pickaxe Raybot, that's the way to get it. Bold Forms has been showing off some images of their Lone Wolf figure, showing its 5mm port compatibility and alternate mode, which would look an awful lot like the G1 toy. Custom Robots has been showing off renders of their Trax or Road Rage inspired figure. This is a non-transforming, highly articulated Rebeltech model. Honestly, I think if they're going to go with the non-transforming articulated models like these, they should be doing the Action Master accessories. They want to make them really cool, but no word on them ever making those, sadly. And here's from the rear view. DX9 Toys showed off this test shot of their upcoming Invisible figure. He's the version of Generation 1 Mirage. G Creation showed off some renders of their Shuriken Dinobot Combiner figure. This is their Grimlock, who forms the torso of the figure, the SRK-03. And here's their version of Snarl, the 02. They have the prototypes of that Snarl version too. And this is a pretty big, pretty elaborate figure. I think it's a big competition for the Toyworld one, which is out already. One figure and the second one's on its way. So we'll see if people want this one or the Toyworld or both. Hey, you can't have enough Dinobots, right? KFC has been showing off their Fader figure, and news is that it will be two-packed with a figure called Rover, who is their version of the Auto Scout from the G1 series. The Auto Scout appeared in one episode where Soundwave ejected him and he picked up a crystal and then got killed. I think there's already been two other companies that have released their versions of Auto Scouts, but I'm interested to see what KFC does with the figure, and in a two-pack, it's a lot better than bundling him with a big expensive figure that I don't want. So good for KFC for making this bundle. Speaking of cassettes, unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on your point of view, the Masterpiece Rat Bat, the real name of the figure, has been released. It's a knockoff from China, selling for about $20 shipped. And a lot of people have been picking this up because, hey, it's Masterpiece Rat Bat. You don't have to buy a whole big duplicate figure just to get it. Thanks, Takara. Maki Toys have been showing off the combined prototype form of their Defensor homage, Guardia. Mastermind Creations has been about ready to ship its Azalea the Warrior, the Avenger, Azalea the Avenger, which is their version of Arcee. As you can see here, she sports some swords and some other weapons. And here's how she'll be coming packaged in a little clamshell box with a little opening front. MasterShooter Collectibles released a stealth release of a set of companions for BotCon Spinister. These figures are just a bit different from the ones they had released before, which are for the G1 Spinister figure, and were released at TFCon. Play With This 2 has been showing off some more artwork of their upcoming figures. I'm told that prototypes will be coming soon, but in the meantime, you can enjoy this art of Gold Miner, who is a remold of their Astroblast figure, and very, very similar to the Generation 1 Pretender Landmine, also known in Masterforce as Lander. This Gold Miner figure will come with a tech drone, a sword, a rifle, and a set of handlebars, and the tech drone can turn into his backpack, as opposed to going inside the Pretender shell like it was in the G1. But it can also combine with the accessories. For instance, if you take the sword and the handlebars, you can make a little, jackhammer accessory. And if you take the sword and the drill and the handlebars, you can make a drill accessory. Or you can add the accessories onto the car in car mode and make it an armored car. So it looks like it's lots of playability here. Another figure they announced is their Flare Strike figure, who is a recolor of Jet Strike. And I'm told he's a member of the Strikers team. Possibly we'll be seeing more recolors of this mold in the future. These Jets are heroic characters seeking evil wherever it is, I guess. And yeah, it looks a lot like the Pretender Starscream in Sunstorm colors. Also, at the last convention that Play With This 2 attended, we saw this recolor of their Bloodbath figure. A lot of people are wondering what exactly it is. Some people say it looks like a DC Comics Parademon. We have some new prototype images of the Toyworld Dinosaur Dinobot Combiner. Here you can see it with two prototype Slag figures as the arms. I guess they're not very far with their swoop yet. And it has completed Slag and Snarl as their legs. And I'm told it has a alternate option for the head, where you can, yes, you have a beastie head there. That's pretty cool. Toyworld has shown off a new figure coming out, which will be a recolor of the Grant figure that was released at TFCon. This one's called Infinitor, and it is the version of the figure colored as Generation 1 Fortress Maximus. This Fortress Maximus will have a Headmaster gimmick and lots of articulation. The Headmaster actually comes off and forms a little version of Cerebros. That is actually compatible with G1 and other Toyworld figures, so you can stick a little transformed Cerebros on the top of Hardhead or Brainstorm or any of the old G1 characters, which is kind of cool. Here it is in the spaceship mode, and here's one of its two different city modes. I'm very curious how this is going to turn out if people start getting a hold of it and trying their own custom alt modes, because there's lots of flexibility here, and it's just box. So why not build something out of it? I don't know, different kinds of tanks or towers or spaceships, because I think there's lots of potential here. Unique Toys has shown off a new member of its Orden Combiner team based on the Terrorcon Ripper Snapper. This is called Alberich. Alberich, of course, is a mythological dwarf from Norse mythology. But it also seems to be a walking shark with guns on its back, according to Unique Toys. The deco is very G1 inspired, although I think the pink is new. And here you can see it in its robot mode, and compared to the first release, their troll figure. The combined mode here, and it probably will ship with the hand just as the other ones ship with the foot. No word yet on where you can store the hand in any of the alt modes, though. I wonder if it can form a weapon or at least some sort of backpack to keep it from becoming left in the box in alt modes. Versus Forge have been showing off their upcoming commanding chair that they've been working on. This figure or chair will be set up so that your figures can look like they're commanding the Autobots or Decepticons, and will come in several different variants. Warbotron has this cool new figure who's based on the Generation 1 Technobot Lightspeed. This is the prototype. And as you can see here, he comes with the two pistols that Lightspeed had. And they do form on the side as weapons. Still, I wouldn't mind seeing these toys looking a little more like the original G1 toys, because that is a very new take on it, just like Maquis Toys did. X-Transbots has been bragging about their new figure, the Apollyon figure, who is their version of Masterpiece G1 Megatron. This figure is about the size of the MP10 figure and will come with lots of accessories. I'm told it has, for instance, the helmet that he wore in A Prime Problem, the sword that he used in the Transformers movie, and a bunch of other cool little accessories. And they will have to ship this with a plug in the gun mode because of US safety laws. Still, it looks like what a lot of people are looking for in their Megatron. Personally, I'm not a masterpiece collector, and I've gotten over Megatron as a gun mode. I'd rather have a tank or a jet bomber in a large classic scale. But if this is what you want, that is just about perfect way of making the original G1 Megatron in modern masterpiece scale. Some updates since our last episode. Probably the biggest news is that the Retro Robot Radio YouTube channel has obtained 1,000 subscribers. Thanks to everyone who's subscribed, and if you haven't, now's the time to do it. We've mirrored some Chinese language reviews of third-party Transformer toys since the last episode went up. These include a review of Fans Project Sigma L, the DX9 Toys War and Pocket Speedo vs. Gartonelle, the SXS A06 and A07 weapons for Dreadwing and Skyquake, the Mastermind Creations Azalea, and the DX9 Amor set for Evasion Mode Optimus Prime. We've posted some audio books on the channel as well. The Robo Machines featuring Challenge of the GoBots, Collision Course Comet, and the Saga of Battlestar Galactica, a long-playing record of the pilot of the original Battlestar Galactica series that is narrated by Lorne Green. Some specials that have appeared since the last episode include an interview with Play With This 2's Rick Alvarez and a slideshow of the third-party panel from TFCon Chicago 2014, including commentary about what I think about the figures. This week's screen capture is of the drones 4Q2 and Artee Deco from the 1978 short film Hardware Wars. This week's news brought to you from the pages of tformers.com and TFW 2005. News read by Matthew Ignash. Stop by wikialpha.org to read more about third-party Transformers. Check out the Facebook page of the third-party TF Crashers. And then come on by the Retro Robot Radio YouTube channel and subscribe.